Hello from not so sunny Florida. I am making a recipe from Real Simple Magazine, sort of. It's called Orange Chicken with Bulgur Pilaf, and I'm making orange corn with a Q, and some other changes. I wanted to use the corn cutlet, the naked cutlet, but I don't have any and the store didn't have any, so I'm using the corn tenders. So a cup, I'm using a cup. This is going to serve 1 to 2 people. So a cup of the corn tenders, or you can use chicken breast. And the recipe also calls for a couple things I'm not going to use, so you don't even know about it. And what I am going to use are grape tomatoes, and I used about a third of a pint, and I cut them in half, as it said. I have orange zest, looks like a tablespoon to me, and some orange juice, maybe about 1/8 cup. I have 3 green onions sliced, so 3 of these. The original recipe called for 6. I have oregano, about a tablespoon of dry. It called for fresh oregano chopped, which you would use more of. And it also calls for bulgur, this is bulgur wheat, this is dry. And it's at a cup, and I'm assuming they meant cooked. So I used almost 1/8 of a cup dry. And it says to cook according to directions, but of course when you buy it from the Whole Food bins, there are no directions. What I did was 1/2 cup of water, and I brought it to a boil, put in the 1/8 cup of dry bulgur, and let it simmer until the water was evaporated, so I have it over here. Now, the recipe has, the chicken breast on the plate, and then the rest of the ingredients mixed together, and then pilaf. But I'm thinking, since I'm using corn tenders, that I might just mix everything together into the pilaf. That being said, the first thing to do is cook the chicken. Now, it's not going to take us very long to heat up the corn, but the corn is kind of cool when you sear it a little bit and get a little brown edge on it. So the pan's heating up, and the next steps involve mixing together these ingredients in the glass bowl here, and that is, okay, wait a minute. I'm going to have to stop the camera. Okay, sorry about that. I really did read the recipe and the directions in full when I was eating my lunch, but it's been a little while ago and I forgot. So you marinate the chicken and or the corn with the following ingredients. So you put the corn tenders in here, and these are frozen stuff together there, and then you add the zest. I said that's about a tablespoon, which might be too much, but anyways. And the orange juice, and the onions, I believe. Zest, 1/2 of the scallions, okay. Some oregano, a little bit of salt and pepper. Uh-oh. I think that the orange juice was supposed to come later. Adding the orange juice during the last minute of cooking the chicken. Well, that's okay. Did I forget? Yeah. Okay, stir it up. All right, we've got, well, I don't understand. How would this be marinating? I'm not using oil. One of those things I left out. So how about a little bit of water? And then I think I have a lid for that bowl. And since it's not chicken, it really doesn't have to marinate long, but I'll let it marinate for a little while and get back to you. This may be one recipe that was doomed from the start, but I just wouldn't let it go because I'm stubborn. Anyway, so I mixed this all up together, and now we're gonna just cook it briefly. And I thought that I had pulled the pan off. See? I can't. I should just let it go. It's not working for me today. But you know, what am I going to do with the ingredients? I already have the stuff out, so I have to do this. Alright. Dump this lovely stuff in here. This is our Quorn mixture. We're just going to let it heat up, so maybe the nuggets or tenders, don't buy corn nuggets, that's not what I meant. Tenders will brown a little bit. And then it says to mix in a bowl. And I can't see why we wouldn't just use this one because we're going to end up putting it all together anyway. In the bowl, the tomatoes, rest of the onion, and the oregano, and we're not using oil. Calls for salt and pepper. We'll skip the salt, add a little pepper, have a wooden spoon. And here is the bulgur. So we can go ahead and put it in. It's definitely cooled off now. And then, actually we'll use this over here. As this heats up and cooks, and then we'll add it into that. And you can serve 1 or 2 people. I think it's going to be really tasty. And it's actually very simple to make. I just had, like, you know, a multitude of errors along the way. So maybe we should actually review. Okay, we took corn tenders and we mixed them with a bit of orange zest, oregano, orange juice, and scallions or green onions, and we shook it up and let it coat for, you know, a few minutes, and then we heated that mixture up in the frying pan. Meanwhile, in the same bowl, because you want to get all those juices, we mixed together about a 1/4 pint of grape tomato sliced in half, bulgur, which 1/8 of a cup dry, which became probably 1/4 of a cup, with more oregano, the rest of the green onions, and a little bit of pepper. And in just a few moments, we're going to mix our not chicken into that, and we will have a orange corn pilaf, which you can serve warm or cold, I suppose. And would make a very healthy New Year's type of lunch because it's low in calories, high in protein, optimal fuel for the body, and it will help you to feel very good and also satiated and satisfied while also being healthy. Yes. 36, 90, 170. It has about 200 calories. Right, I think that's good. There. Don't wear long sleeves by the stove. Catch yourself on fire. Very lovely. I will bring the camera over so you can see. You don't have to just take my word for it. And so believe, even if things start off a little haphazard, they can work out in the end.